Coin pouches. Early civilizations stored their wealth in small fabric or leather pouches filled with coins. This was one of the earliest and simplest ways to carry money, especially for merchants, craftsmen, and travelers who constantly moved between cities. These pouches were usually tied with a string and attached to a belt or hidden under clothing to reduce the risk of theft. In some cultures, they were even designed to look unnoticeable or disguised as ordinary accessories. However, they offered very little real protection. Experienced thieves could easily cut them off or snatch them in a crowd. Over time, the constant movement of coins could wear down the fabric, causing the pouch to tear. This meant money could spill out without the owner even noticing. Despite all these risks, this method remained popular for centuries because it was extremely simple, cheap, and required no special conditions. Clay pots and household containers. Over time, people began looking for ways to make their savings less visible to others, so they started hiding money in everyday household items. Clay pots, jars, bowls, and other containers became makeshift safes inside the home. They were often placed among other objects so they wouldn't attract attention, or even disguised as ordinary kitchen items. In some cases, people buried these containers under floors or hid them inside walls during construction. This created a sense of security, since outsiders wouldn't know where the money was hidden. However, this method had many downsides. Clay could easily crack or break, especially during accidents or fires. If a home was robbed, thieves often searched these exact places. Another problem was that family members might accidentally use, move, or throw away the container without knowing money was hidden inside. Buried treasure. To further protect their wealth, people began burying money in the ground, creating what we now call treasure. This was especially common during unstable times, such as wars, invasions, or economic crises, when keeping money at home was risky. Coins, jewelry, and valuables were placed in clay pots, metal boxes, or wrapped in cloth and buried in secret locations. These places could be forests, fields, gardens, or even near homes. People tried to remember the exact location or left markers, but over time, these clues could disappear. This method was highly effective against thieves, since finding hidden treasure without guidance was extremely difficult. However, it had a major drawback. Many owners never returned due to death, war, or relocation. That is why archaeologists still discover buried treasures today that have remained hidden for centuries. Wooden chests. As wealth increased, people needed larger and more durable storage solutions. Wooden chests became a popular choice, especially among merchants, nobles, and wealthy families. They were made from strong wood, often reinforced with metal, and equipped with locks. These chests came in various sizes, from small personal boxes to large containers used for transporting valuable goods. They were used both in homes and during travel by land or sea. However, even with locks, they were not fully secure. Thieves could steal the entire chest or break it open. Additionally, wood was vulnerable to moisture, decay, and fire. Despite these risks, chests became a symbol of wealth and were widely used for many centuries. Hidden compartments. To make money storage even more secretive, people began creating hidden compartments in their homes and furniture. These could include double walls, spaces under floors, or concealed sections inside tables, cabinets, or even staircases. Some of these hiding spots were so well disguised that they remained undiscovered even after careful searches. This method relied on secrecy rather than physical strength, making it effective only if no one knew about it. In many cases, it worked well and allowed people to store money safely for years. However, if the hiding place was discovered, there was no protection at all. In some cases, owners themselves forgot about their hidden compartments or failed to pass the information on to future generations, leaving the money lost forever.
Strong rooms. As societies developed and wealth accumulated, special rooms dedicated solely to storing money and valuables began to appear. These rooms were built with thick stone or brick walls, heavy reinforced doors, and complex locking mechanisms. They were often located inside houses, castles, or administrative buildings, and were sometimes hidden from outsiders. This was a major advancement in security, as breaking into such a room was far more difficult than opening a chest or finding a hidden compartment. In addition to protection from theft, these rooms also offered some defense against fire, moisture, and environmental damage. However, constructing such rooms required significant resources, making them accessible only to the wealthy or large institutions. In many ways, they were the predecessors of modern vaults. Metal safes. With advances in metalworking, stronger and more secure storage solutions emerged in the form of metal safes. These were made from iron or steel, making them far more durable than wooden chests. Many safes were designed to be fire-resistant, protecting money even during fires. They were equipped with complex locks that were difficult to open without the correct key or combination. This made safes popular not only among wealthy individuals, but also in shops, banks, and offices. However, safes were not completely foolproof. They could still be targeted by thieves or physically removed if not properly secured. Even so, they represented a major step forward in the evolution of money storage security. Bank vaults. With the development of the banking system, specialized storage spaces known as bank vaults were introduced to hold large amounts of money. These vaults were constructed using layers of steel, concrete, and other strong materials, making them extremely difficult to break into. They featured thick doors, advanced locking mechanisms, and often multiple layers of security. Access was strictly controlled, and the facilities were heavily guarded. People began trusting banks with their money because it was far safer than storing it at home. Bank vaults could withstand theft attempts, fires, and even certain natural disasters. This marked an important step in the development of financial systems and public trust in institutions. Pest-protected storage. One often overlooked but very real problem in storing money was damage caused by rodents such as rats and mice. They could chew through fabric, wood, and even paper banknotes, destroying savings. This was especially common in older buildings or places with poor storage conditions. For a long time, people underestimated this issue until they began losing significant amounts of money. Over time, improved storage methods were developed to address this problem, including the use of metal containers, sealed boxes, and more controlled environments. These changes significantly reduced the risk of physical damage and helped preserve money more effectively. Safety deposit boxes. Banks began offering individual safety deposit boxes located within their secure vaults. This allowed people to store money and valuables in a protected environment while still maintaining personal access. Each box could only be opened with the cooperation of the owner and bank staff, adding an extra layer of security that made unauthorized access extremely difficult. Over time, these boxes became a trusted solution for storing not just cash, but also passports, legal documents, rare collectibles, and family heirlooms. Many banks implemented strict identity verification procedures, ensuring that only authorized individuals could access the contents. The vault areas themselves were often protected by multiple security systems, including surveillance cameras, alarms, and reinforced structures. Another advantage was protection from disasters, such as fires or floods, which could destroy valuables stored at home. The combination of high security, privacy, and reliability made safety deposit boxes a preferred choice for decades. Even today, despite the rise of digital storage, they remain widely used for items that cannot be digitized or replaced. Digital banking. With technological advancement, money gradually shifted into digital form. People began using bank cards, online accounts, and mobile apps to store and manage their finances, reducing the need to carry physical cash. This transformation made money far more accessible, allowing users to check balances, send payments, and make purchases instantly from almost anywhere in the world. Financial transactions that once took days could now be completed in seconds. This shift also reduced many traditional risks, such as theft or physical loss of money. However, it introduced entirely new challenges, including cybercrime, phishing attacks, fraud, and hacking attempts. As a result, financial security moved into the digital realm, where strong passwords, two-factor authentication, encryption, and advanced cybersecurity systems became essential. Banks and tech companies continuously invest in improving security to protect users' funds and data. Digital banking also enabled new innovations like contactless payments and global online commerce. Overall, it completely changed how people interact with money, making it faster, more convenient, and deeply integrated into everyday life.
High-security data centers and vault facilities. Today, money and financial data are stored in highly advanced vaults and data centers that represent the peak of security evolution. These facilities are designed with multiple layers of protection, combining physical security with cutting-edge technology. They include surveillance cameras, biometric access controls, armed security, and constant real-time monitoring to prevent unauthorized entry. Inside, conditions are carefully regulated. Temperature, humidity, and even air quality are controlled to protect sensitive equipment and physical assets. These environments ensure that servers storing financial data operate reliably without risk of overheating or damage. Data centers function 24/7 and are supported by backup power systems, including generators and battery reserves, to guarantee uninterrupted operation even during outages. Many are built to withstand extreme events such as earthquakes, floods, or fires. In addition, data is often duplicated across multiple locations to prevent loss in case of failure. By combining physical protection with advanced digital security measures, these facilities provide the highest level of safety for modern financial systems and global economies. If you liked this video, subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see in the next video.